We believe that anybody can be fit at any size, at any age. Marathon runners, this is their life, this is their passion. They cannot do it anymore. A piece of their life is taken away. That triangle, mind, body, and soul. So when we appeal those three, you find the key of happiness, right?
We have a lot of users that they cannot run, they cannot do any other exercise, but with FitBoots they can back into shape.
The mind, body, and soul is the biggest connection, and our vision is to have FitBoots like forever. We believe that everybody should do rebounding.
Thank you all for joining us. My name is Joseph. I'm a freelance content editor, producer, host, writer, creator, and I'm here today to talk about FitBoots with some of the key members of the FitBoots company/community. So could I get the three of you to just briefly introduce yourselves and what you bring to the table today?
Hi, my name is Cristina Androne, and I'm the head of education of FitBoots.
Thanks, Joseph, for having us. My name is Dorina. I'm the founder and CEO of FitBoots. And I'm so excited to talk about my passion project with you.
Excited as well.
Hello, everyone. My name is Maribel Quijano, and I'm the community manager, and I just love to grow this wonderful community.
Great. So we're going to jump right into this, and pun intended, because this is a very jump-based exercise here, but this might be the first time that audiences are going to even hear the word rebounding, although a lot of them might be familiar with rebounding from prior experience and not realize it, because a lot of this is also what, say, trampolines have been known for. So the first thing that I would love to do today is to understand what rebounding is. So ladies, this is going to be the first time for a lot of the audience what rebounding is. This is the first time that I've discovered this, although the more I looked into it, the more I realized that I'm actually a little familiar with this, because rebounding is a little bit like what people do on trampolines. It's about the bouncing movement, right? So that's my understanding going into it, but I'm really interested in hearing what rebounding is for those of you and listening at home or watching this. What's going on with rebounding?
At FitBoots, we believe that anybody can be fit at any size, at any age. People just need to find an exercise that they truly enjoy and they stick with it. So we believe that rebounding is what is the most fun exercise with the most benefit that exists out there. And we believe that everybody should do rebounding. There are tremendous benefits that people might not be aware of. So the reason why we created FitBoots is because you can do rebounding on a trampoline as well, but that's not versatile. You either have a trampoline at your home or outside in your garden, but you cannot really travel with it. You cannot move with it. So we created FitBoots to make it, to get all the benefits that rebounding has, but have it on a mobile way with so many different things to do on them.
Yeah, not to mention trampolines are also terrifying. I mean, I feel like if I'm just like 1 inch off from where I jumped to where I landed, next thing I know, I'm going to hit the sides or something like that. Like, I grew up watching a lot of cartoons in the 90s, and every cartoon had a trampoline episode, and it was always the same thing. People would miss a line where they're going to land, and next thing you know, they're in the hospital and the trampoline goes back to the store. So,
Trampoline is so much fun, right? Do you
Yeah,
remember
it
when
is.
you were jumping on your trampoline, or either your bed or just on the ground? It's a very natural movement for the human body that we tend to forget when we are adults. And trampoline is actually, you're right, it's very easy to twist an ankle. It's very easy to land on the wrong way. And people see FitBoots for the first time, they might feel intimidated by them. They might feel, oh no, I'm gonna break my leg, I'm gonna fall on my face. But actually, they are much safer than, for example, trampoline, because your ankle is perfectly protected in the boots, just like on skates or ski boots. But if I wanna compare them to skating or rollerblading, it doesn't have a learning curve. You put them on and you're good to go. You don't have that on inner skates. You fall, you get up, you go again. Here you don't have. It's in the brain, right? As long as you realize that, oh, I'm safe on them, you're good to go.
Mm-hmm. And it also strikes me as it's an extension of what people naturally do. We can naturally jump on our own using what's been designed initially, but not every sport has that. For instance, we don't naturally know how to throw a javelin or do pole vaulting. A lot of these sports, they're conditioned. You have to understand how the technique works in order to be able to do it properly. Whereas this, it's an extension of what people are already able to do.
Christina can explain how incredibly it reduces the impact compared to doing, you said you're doing skipping rope all the time,
We
jumping
tried,
rope.
yeah. Wasn't for us.
So it is hard. It is very hard on the knees. And you know, when you're over 200 pounds, your doctor will tell you that you need to lose weight. But how do you lose weight when even walking hurts because of the impact? So what is the scientific studies behind this?
It's something that we naturally do since we are kids, and some people forget how to enjoy the movement, and other people, because of the problems and because of the daily life that they have problems with the joints, and the boots actually are made to protect the joint. So we have a lot of users that they cannot run, they cannot do any other exercise, but with FitBoots they can back into shape, then can be back into exercises, because what the boots is doing is protecting the joints and absorbing the impact when you are doing exercising.
Like you have your client, Dan, right? Dan had double hip replacement?
Yes, yeah, the double hip replacement, and of course the mobility change is not the same. And be able to do the movements he found like was easier for him. He really enjoyed it and no pain. I know we still have like some things that he cannot be able to do because, you know, as with the hip replacement, you have physical limitations, but that doesn't stop you be able to enjoy and doing a rebound sport that he really like and what keeps him in the best shape.
And he can do it with no pain, and he could do an intense exercise, because the problem with a lot of runners as well, marathon runners, this is their life, this is their passion. So when they have an injury or when they do overuse their joints and they cannot do it anymore, a piece of their life is taken away. And now we have so many marathon runners who come to us like, thank you so much for this product. I haven't been able to do any impact exercise, any kind cardio movements. And finally, I'm back at it. And you know, this is our why. Our why is when our clients are experiencing some.
Even mine, because when a part of your soul is gone with the exercises or with the weakness that you cannot do something that you like, and then finding something that you can really do without pain, or this is like life giving back.
Yeah, just to what it reminds me of. So my parents took me swimming when I was very young. A lot of parents take their kids swimming because it's not just important to learn how to do it and to find something that you enjoy, but also it's a life-saving format as well. You never know, you might need to rely on that to get yourself out of danger. And then I went about 20 years before I found access to a pool again. And so just to add to what you're saying about feeling like a part of you is missing, that's what I went through for a long time, and feeling like something that was so ingrained in my psychology. I like to look at it as trees. Over time, their rings will expand and they create more rings, and so it's almost like a tree missing part of its roots or missing part of its rings, or just some part of what makes it who it is or what it is. And so that's just me relating to what a lot of these people are going through. And for a long time, just the technology just wasn't there. And also, I would say the creative thinking wasn't there. The idea of associating shock absorption with something as slightly removed as walking or running. And so one thing that we want to get into is the development of this. So we're going to table that. There's just a couple of things that I'm curious about first before we jump into that. So I say that I'm a fan of swimming, which falls into a larger umbrella of aquatics. So say, for instance, if I wanted to try water polo, which I haven't yet, some of my skill carries over. Is rebounding the full umbrella, or does it fall into a larger umbrella in terms of athletics?
So the good thing with FitBoots is that you can do cardio workouts on them. You can do strength conditioning. You can do circuit training. You can do the classes on our virtual platform, where actually we offer 30 days of free classes. And then we have a subscription, a membership. You can go running outside in them. We have fitness classes, group fitness classes, indoors, outdoors, boot camp style. We have HIIT, we have dance, combat. Like there's so much you can do. And that's why I say there's so much versatility with FitBoots, that there's so much you can do. So I would say the biggest reason why people use them is for cardio workouts.
Both cardio and strength. And going back to what you said before, is like we have two types of people, no? People that they gain their life back with using FitBoots because of not medical reason, but because of their life they couldn't do any other exercising. And also experience users that they don't like any kind of exercise, but once they try this, they stick to it and they go forward. They go like fully into exercises with FitBoots.
And most of the time, like that's what we cater to. No, like I would say 70% of our client is people who do not necessarily enjoy exercise, right?
Yes, and one thing that we need to remember that is very important in general in life is that triangle, mind, body, and soul. So when we appeal those three, you find the key of happiness, right? And when you have one but you don't have the other, it's kind of having a table without the four legs, right? It's missing something, so cannot remain nice straight. And this is exactly what FitBoots has. Makes you feel like your soul, you are just so happy to do this because you feel like something that you already lost, maybe because you forgot to be like the way that you used to be when you were younger, right? So that brings you that happiness back. And the mind about knowing that you are going to achieve your goal too, knowing that you are doing that exercise. And the body is when you see those amazing changes. The boots you can carry anywhere. Like honestly, you can grab them. You don't have to thinking about this heavy equipment. You can take it anyway, and you can enjoy outdoors, indoors, classes, anywhere. You don't need a lot of space to do this, and you can do different kinds of training on those boots. So that is a wonderful about FitBoots.
And Joseph, do you go to gym, or have you been a member of any gyms, or is it your thing, or not really?
I had a trouble going to the gym. Part of it for me is the social setting. So for me, once I rediscovered the pool, I sort of decided the pool was going to be my substitute for the gym. So I know we're not going to spend all day talking about water, so I'm going to be as limited on it as I can.
It's a low impact
But,
workout.
yeah.
It's similar to ours, but it's not a high intensity. So you can't really do high intensity with swimming, right?
So I'd look for creative uses of it. So I found that there are water weights, foam weights that actually become quite heavy underwater. So it's not as heavy as say actual physical weights at a gym, but I noticed that it actually is still fairly hefty for me. So I use it as a substitute for certain exercises, but like all things, it's still got its own limitations as well.
Yeah, but I'm sure that you have entered the gym, and a lot of people, when they join the gym, they're very intimidated. They don't know what to do. They are in a setting, a lot of people, women might not be comfortable around all those men, and that's what we want to change with our group fitness classes. We have thousands of instructors all over the world who usually teach in smaller settings, in small group fitness classes or bigger group fitness classes, but create this very welcoming atmosphere where everybody feels welcome, no matter the size, the age, gender, race. We welcome everybody. So at FitBoots, we believe in a very united and very welcoming community. And when you feel that, when you like doing what you do and you don't feel like it's a chore, I have to go again, then you stick with the exercise more because you truly enjoy. And the beautiful things with FitBoots is that they are also 4 pounds on each leg. So when you do all these cardio movements with extra weight on your leg, that adds to your calorie burn. That means you see results faster, and again you stick with your workout more because you see the results, see the why.
So one thing that I would love to hear from everyone were their first impressions of it. So my first impression of it, I flashed back to a children's cartoon I used to watch called Arthur, and there was an episode where he's trying to get moon boots. Now, a little different, because it's a cartoon and they can get away with certain things. But by the end of the episode, he got the boots, but he had to do work in order to pay them off. So he's bouncing high enough to be able to rake leaves off of a tree. He figured out a utility for it. And when I saw these, what I understood was what people love about cartoons is it's a way to extend what people are capable of. Humans and, well, I mean, cats or really any creature can do things that we can't do. And some of the energy and some of the motif that I picked up from this is that it draws some of that freedom of movement that we admire when we're watching cartoons or even anything that's a little bit on the comics side. So that's what came to my mind is just and it goes back to what we were saying earlier about extending something that we do naturally. But I would love to go around the table and hear what were your first impressions of this when you first saw it.
That was a long time ago. Do you still remember?
Do you remember?
That was really long
How
time
many?
ago.
When
and
was it?
like
2000.
2008.
2008.
But like everybody is, so there are two ways that people see the boots, no? It's like, or they are afraid of trying it, or they think that the only reason that you can put the boots is to jump as higher as you can. But it's not this. The reason is not that. The reason is to protect the joints, to work out and everything. But the majority of people experience that, you know, when you are a kid, you are like enjoying jumping around. When you become an adult, you like, if you jump around, people will think that you are crazy, no?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
social conformity,
so you
right?
lose this happiness that you have when you are a kid and you jump and all this adrenaline and endorphin are coming. With FitBoots, we can get back this happiness and also get a lot of other benefits that comes with the using of FitBoots.
But you were not scared when you saw this, no? You were like, I want to try this. And what
No,
was
like
your?
the first time I tried, I was like, okay, when is the next certification for instructors? Because I need to do it. I need to do it because it's so much.
Before I just want to say before I forget to say it, but it just ties into what you're saying about the Trinity, about needing the soul. And I think that's where the soul comes from, is that joy that we feel as children, doing things and not feeling judged for doing them. And it's not just the ability to do it, which is the conversation on the table, but it is also the psychology and that feeling of just trying to, get over these reservations, these inhibitions that we have on ourselves as well.
Yeah, I love that you said freedom, because that's even in our song, no? Even in our theme song, freedom. And that's the boots give you freedom to fly, freedom to exercise, freedom to express yourself. And the reason, this is why you put it in the song too, no? In our official song.
Yes, we created a song that is the soul of what we do, is our why. And I think, and the way I was thinking, okay, maybe we can do a video, explain how things is. But one of the things to bring, like including communities, is when you sing the same thing, right? So you feel like you are part of something. And created this song was about our why the boots they are there, the love, the care about each other, and this is what creates what we have now.
Oh, I remember the moment when we launched the song in Cancun, and I still have goosebumps just thinking about it. That 80 or 90 of us were jumping, singing the same lyrics, and made it our FitBoots official song. So that was a big step. Thanks for that. That was the best gift I ever got.
What I think is we need that, right? So part of what we were talking about the soul is sometimes music is what makes us happy, right? It doesn't matter. A lot of us, we go through a lot of loss, pets, people, money in general, right? So one thing that really helps you is music, right? It's what makes you happy. It's what makes people stand up, including when they are through war, right? And this has been shown for hundreds and hundreds of years. So to have something that brings us that love and care to each other and be able to explain why we do this, how or why, not just as a FitBoots company, I'm talking about each individual. And as a community, it's something really amazing. It's something really amazing. So to have that, when we launched it, people, they didn't know all the lyrics, but they were just so happy to hear the song. They feel so identified because it was a reflection of their own needs and why they are with us.
Sorry, your word freedom just got us this memory, and we had to.
I'm
talk
going to
about
hear
it.
this theme song because right now I'm just playing George Michael's Freedom from the 80s in my head. So,
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah.
It's so meaningful.
but so I'll turn it to you. So, do you remember your first reaction to it? Because I'm saving you for last because I know there's a lot that goes on in there.
Well, my first reaction, I remember because she was the instructor who brought that in 2011, and I saw this flyer and I was like, oh, those boots, they look so cool, but like I would like to find more because I have an injury like years before that, and I couldn't walk for 1 year. So it took me so long therapy, and when they finally allowed me to work out, I wanted to do it in a safe way, right? I was scared of many things. I was scared to like injure myself because that what happened is an instructor didn't do enough warm up and I end having issues after that. So I was looking deeper, okay, what is the benefit? Should I do this? What happened if like something scary happened to me again and I want to be another year on the bed and going through this pain again? So when I looked at on the flyer, I found there was so many benefits. And going back a little bit about the cartoons, my favorite cartoon is Sailor Moon. So I say, okay, I'm going to give a try. Let's see. I love it, the benefits about they reduce the lower body impact, and is what I needed, right? I was having issues with my weight too, no confidence. So my first class, I was so welcome from an amazing instructor who the first thing she's like, how can I help you? Smile, make me feel like I was just made for being on that class. You know, that feeling that the first impression was the best one. And the way that she was helping me, putting the boots, explaining me how to stand up and see everyone coming, and she was just so helpful with everyone. So I was like, okay, I'm not so scared anymore. And going through the class and see like everyone was smiling. I was smiling. I was afraid because my first class, I don't know the shoes. I forgot when I was a kid jumping like this. And with my injury that I have for so long, I was scared to that I have that again, right? So I said, okay. So I started relaxing, and she was just so welcome. And the people, they were like, okay, let's try it. For me, was the best class. And it's something I would always invite people is don't be afraid, try it. And maybe the first few minutes is just, oh my God, it's so scary. But once that you stick with this, you will stick for life. And this is why I am here and change my life, change my confidence, mind, body, and soul. It honestly gives me just like a second opportunity to do what I love. And my advice too, age is just a number. Age is just a number. We should do what makes us happy. And
We
this makes
have
me
an 82-year-old lady jumping every day, and we have actually majority of our instructors, like a lot of our instructors, are 50 plus. We have 70 years old clients, instructors. So it's not just for the 20s. It is really for everybody, except pregnant women.
Okay,
We don't
right,
recommend
okay.
for pregnant women, but other than that, for everybody. Yeah, that's a nice memory.
yeah, we shared for so many years. This is why I'm still here.
You have to be at the right place at the right time.
All right, Irina, it's your turn. Now, there's a couple things that I picked up on while I was looking into this myself. So, Dorina, I looked a little bit into your story, and what I admired is that this is not the origin story of rebounding. This is a continuation of that story. And you came from a place of respect and honor of what came before, but you also understood that the industry needed change in order to move forward in an equitable way for everybody. So I know there's a lot for you to unpack. So we'll start off with what was your first impression, and then what inspired you to want to take matters into your own hands and create the product that we have before us.
Thank you for noticing that, because not just myself, but Maribel and Christina are also very thankful for our past. And that past, those experiences, people, memories, brought us where we are today. And that's how we built our base. And it's a long story. It's been since 2009. I know Rebounding and Rebound Boots, and honestly saying, it was love at first sight. I was always active, but never found something that I was passionate about, that I would stick with on a daily basis. So the first time I tried Rebound Boots, actually it was a 1,000 people class. Believe it or not, it was a Guinness record class where 1,000 of us was jumping on Rebound Boots. And the live music, a DJ, and I was like, wow. I was young. I was still in my times of going clubbing and partying and enjoying life. I was like, wow, I don't need to go all that. Like I can just do this high intensity dynamic fitness class. And I loved the music. I loved the energy. And I was like, yeah, I want everybody to know about this. Like, how come I was not aware of this method of working out? And the first thought that came to my mind was truly that I want the whole world to know about this, that exercise can be so much fun. And of course, 16 years ago, I didn't know where this would take us. And by myself, I wouldn't be able to do this. But I have a fantastic team who is supporting me and FitBoots on this journey and making it global, making my dream possible, to get it to so many people's hands or feet, I would say, and find the joy in exercising. So it's been 16 years of trial and fail and try again, and a pivot and COVID and then international markets, thinking that something that works somewhere will work somewhere else as well, and realizing that with passion, and truly this is what makes me be here, is that I do it with all my heart. And even if when it gets hard, when you do something that you enjoy and you keep moving forward with that passion, you can do anything. Like
You find a way.
we find a way. We always find a way. Even when the darkest moments, we still find a way. And it has been an honor to be in this international community and share our passion with people who have the same passion. It's like when you love drinking, you go to a bar and find people who you enjoy hanging out with, sharing the same hobby. And we find this on a healthy way, jumping for music, changing people's life, making them healthier, and do it on a global level. We are actually by now in 50 countries, with the help of our local leaders, with our instructors, with our master trainers, and sharing this all over the world.
From the lens of having to solve problems, do you recall specific problems that the industry was facing at that time that motivated you to contribute in your way to solve the problems?
Yeah, so the idea, I think it came lockdown times, that people didn't have anywhere to go. Like, there's so many exercise types, so many, like hundreds. And people had to stop with their life, had to stop with their activities. And FitBoots is a perfect way to do your workouts in 15, 20 minutes at home, outdoors. If you're a runner, you can do your running. If you want to do strength training, you can do it with the help of the weight of the boots. If you just want to use it for dancing, you can dance in your kitchen in them. So it gave the freedom, again, back to the word freedom, it gave the freedom for people to exercise. And that's when I felt that we need to take this to a global level, to a bigger scale. And we had so many ideas, and we were restricted in our past with the previous company. And that's when we decided we need the freedom to make this bigger, because this should be much bigger than it existed. And that's when we started the FitBoots project. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, I mean, this came from the feedback of a lot of instructors that Dorina had and we faced during all this time, and especially from the education point of view, from the quality of the product point of view. So Dorina didn't want to let down so many instructors, that they had the confidence in her and faith that she will do the right thing. And with the tight hands, you cannot do anything. So then she unlocked her hands.
Created
So,
this
yeah.
big scale project.
Created this, and we are here,
Yeah.
changing lives.
Changing lives. And like FitBoots is a brand with a big mission, with a big heart behind it, with a lot of people who makes it possible. And it's not just the product. It's not just a pair of Rebound boots, because there are other brands of Rebound boots on the market. But without proper education, proper instructor trainings, proper online classes, it's just a product that you can buy and get dusty under your bed, like other products that you might have bought throughout your life. But all these individuals and all the technology that we have behind is what's making it alive and more alive. And there is no stopping here. We have big goals. We constantly improve, innovate. I built this company on the feedback of our end users, the feedback of our team, of our big team, the feedback of our certified instructors, because I think it doesn't make sense that I push something on people that they don't need. So we need to know what they need, and we make the changes according to that. We bring out new colors every 2 years, new education
Programs.
we constantly organize events, because Maribel is a community manager for FitBoots, and we understand that without a community, we are nothing. So right now we had just an event in Toronto, we have an event in Valencia, Spain, we have an event in Mexico coming up.
In US, we
In
had in
US.
Argentina, in Venezuela.
So truly globally, we build this team because we live in a virtual world now. And it's an amazing thing to connect with people you would never meet otherwise, and share this passion. But where the magic happens is at our events. At our events, when we can hug, when we finally meet people. We've been following on social media for years. And there we bring in different style, different culture, different music, and we all come together as one. I just talking about it has goosebumps.
Well, there's a huge difference when it's one thing to be able to do something on your own and it might feel good, but then there's nowhere to really direct that positive energy. So when you bring a community together and you can share and redirect that energy in a more beneficial way, then that's what motivates people to want to come out for the next one and the next one after that.
Exactly, because it's great that we have the technology to use FitBoots and get fit at your home. We have virtual classes, so it makes it very accessible for everybody. But now I feel that people are looking for the connection. Yes, that's the word, connection.
Yeah, because online, like courses, classes, they are good because you can like easily reach people, and people, they become lazy and they don't want to move from their house sometimes, and it's easy to do all this online, but still like people miss the connection, in-person connection, that feeling that doing exercise with a lot of people next to you and make this connection, it's something else. So online, it's like helping you a little bit, but still is not enough.
And we found a little trick as well, that we do fitness, right? That's our main thing. We do fitness classes. And how people connect in the fitness class or our events during the classes, it's different how we connect after. So we added an additional part of our events, and it's a gala evening. So everybody washes off, gets pretty, dresses in a different attire, and we get together in the evening of these events and have a cocktail together, have some food together, have a DJ, live entertainment.
Okay, I got to ask: are people strapping on the boots for these, or are you just
So this
showing-
time we wear high heels and
Okay.
makeup hair.
Okay.
So it's a
Just-
very
And then
different.
nobody recognize anybody anymore because being dressed in fitness clothes and then in gala clothes is totally different.
Yeah.
So they say, "Who are you?"
But this is
Do
where
I
the
know you?
connection
Yeah.
can happen, because during the classes it's like, let's get the most out of it. And in the evening we slow down, we get to connect, we get to talk, we get to know each other on a different level.
And people enjoy so much like this kind of events. Then during the day you exercise, you connect in a fitness way, in a fitness level, and you sweat and you scream and you do whatever to get in shape and to make happy. And then at the gala, dressing nice and having like a totally different environment and attitude, and they feel more connected and more welcome and happy.
So we have we'll touch on these at different points. We'll expand on them. We'll expand on the education, on training for the instructors, the global movement. A couple of quick things that I wanted to ask about before we sort of shift gears more formally. I just want to touch a little more on the science of the rebounding. So one thing that popped into my mind as I'm learning a little bit about the concept of the springs and how they absorb, what is it, 80% of the impact?
Yes, correct.
It reminded me of earthquake shelters. You'd see the diagrams of these underground, and that springs are used, all larger springs, of course, used to absorb enough impact to preserve a home and to actually effectively save it from being torn apart by the tectonic shifts or the earthquakes. So it just goes to show that this technology, there are micro ways that it can be applied, but there's also macro ways it can be applied. It's just one of those almost fundamental laws of how the world works that we've been able to apply into a lot of different ways. So the science is something that people have either experienced or observed in one capacity, but possibly not in this capacity. So I just want to make sure that we understand really how the science of this works.
I think you have experience about this with the earthquake, because in Mexico it happens a lot, right? Or you caused the
first
earthquake,
time-
probably.
First time in Mexico, yes, it was a very huge earthquake. But this is a very nice connection, and we can use it in our educational workshop, because this link is very good. Yeah.
And a lot of people.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And a lot of people, when they look at the boots, they don't understand what's going on, and they say, "Oh, I cannot do this because I have bad knees or bad back." But actually, the engineers who we hired and the initial phases of developing the boots. So we developed the boots from scratch. Hired engineers, got the scratch, got the 3D on screen, got the 3D print, and then we went into manufacturing. First prototype was not good enough. Second prototype was not good enough. Third prototype was great, and that's when we went into mass manufacturing. So the process took 2 years from the thought of developing FitBoots until the time that we actually put it on the market. So like everything else in life, it delayed, but I didn't want to put a mediocre product on the market. I wanted to wait until we have all the studies behind. We have purchased a very serious machine that actually does testing with the boots to make sure that it's up to the standards, the quality is there. So this machine does tens of thousands of compressions, and by the time we finalize the whole testing, it's more than 1 million compressions to make sure that the material, the quality is there. We source the material in the US. We buy the highest quality material for our product, and safety is number one for us. So we made sure that everything is doing what it's supposed to be doing, and it's the absorption of the impact. So the bottom of of the boots is what reducing the impact. So you pointed out on the spring, which is one of the main part that actually does this work. The other one is the blades, which is on the lower and the upper part as well. So scientifically designed for this right reason that you just mentioned, to reduce the impact. Fit boots need to be set for the proper weight, for the proper strength of the individuals. So we have multiple variety of setups, because a 45 pounds child will not be able to use the same setup, the same boots that a 300 pounds individual. So we have different strengths. We can modify it, and it made it very simple. On our website, somebody goes to our website, chooses their preferred color, chooses the weight, chooses the size of their shoe size, and then chooses the weight of themselves. So then how we send it out is already set for that strength and weight. So we make sure that everything is customized and ready to be used. You don't have to put anything together. You receive it, you put it on, and you can use them right away.
It's very important what you just said about the building, right? So if you're really thinking about the building, needs that structure to remain that stability, right? So the walls, they don't crack, doesn't go sideways. It's the same thing for our body. We need to have that support and that stability. So when you rebound, we are talking about reduce injuries, right? And that is what the system does, is reduce that and helps you to have that stability. So it's a really good point to compare with the building, and our body is the same, right? We don't want to fall apart, right? That is what is very important, to set what you have, to set a building, and doesn't matter what comes, remaining strong. It's the same thing with the body. We know we go to times that we have flu, we go for times that we have a stomach ache and things like that. So it's a very challenge for our body too. But when we have something that help us to work out, give us that stability, that remain the building strong and good. So it's the same thing for the body.
And that reminds me that that's our education as well. We build a very strong fitness education for our instructors. And Christina is very big on this as well. They have a strong foundation and then build on that.
Yeah, because we felt that one of the most important points that was missing for rebounding instructors was the a strong foundation of education. No, so rebounding is fun, exercising is fun, but all the instructors needs to know the knowledge that the movements have like a science behind, and also that all the movements that we are doing as instructors, as people, needs to have a reason why, a foundation. So I think we build a strong foundation for the instructors, and the education is based on knowledge, on empowerment the instructors, and also to know what is the reason for every movement that we are doing, and every part of the class, so with a strong foundation and reason.
Would you say that the strong foundation is the standout trait that puts your education in its own position in the market, or are there other key traits that you also feel are important to convey to the audience?
There are a lot of key points. Like we don't just do a course for instructors and that's it. We leave them by themselves. We have the community. We also give them continuing education, ongoing support. We always have seminars that can help instructors to find the reason why behind every movement and every part of the class that we are doing. Because otherwise, if you don't have a reason why, if you don't know why a movement should be done in a certain way, it's like you are exercising with no point, no? Like every kind of movement, every exercising has good things and bad things. Like even if you go in the gym and you don't know how to use the machines, you get injured, right? So we are like setting the standards of our instructor very high, and to really gain with the people and the users all the benefits that Rebound has and FitBoots has, because we have a lot of benefits. But the instructors should know and should have a valid and scientific education.
Christina is our head of education. She has more than 20 years of experience of teaching fitness instructors. So she's playing low here. She is the most experienced fitness professional I know. And she created all of our education based on the current, what the current industry needs. Because fitness industry is a ever evolving market. We always need something new, something fresh. And that's how we created it. And recently, we are very proud of it that we are the only Rebound program that is actually accredited by the major fitness associations like AFA in the United States, NASM in the United States, CanFit Pro, and even EFA in Europe. Yes.
We are accredited by the most knowledgeable fitness association.
And this is a very big deal for us.
Yeah.
This proves that we are on the right track. We are bringing the proper education that is up to the level of the fitness industry.
And part of the education is also preparing instructors to be able to not only be able to do this as a passion, but be able to convert it into revenue so that they can make this part of their business or make it their business altogether. So can you expand a little bit on what the education does to help people prepare for the marketplace as well as prepare to instruct the participants?
So we have courses for instructors, so we prepare them to actually lead classes with like successful classes, and also Dorina, like on a monthly basis, gives them like mentorship for building marketing tips and marketing courses.
Successful business, successful classes, long term. And personally, I am very passionate about business. I don't know how I ended up in this field, but I was studying hotel management and tourism, restaurant business, and somehow I ended up here. Started as a fitness instructor, started very small. I had one person in my first class. We went like that for over a month. And my ex-husband used to tell me, you know, you choose the very expensive hobby as your profession, and everything when you start slow. You don't have experience, you don't have confidence. And because of the passion, because how much I loved it and persistence, we took it to this level that now we are in over 50 countries. And so remember I told you my first thought that came to my mind was that I want everybody on this entire earth to experience how much fun Rebound boots are. And when I became a master trainer to teach instructors for this sport, my drive was that I want all these fitness instructors to experience this wonderful feeling, what we feel when we are in front of the class and changing people's life, and they keep coming back to our class and sending us those beautiful messages for thanks. And I want them to feel this, to take it to a level that it's not just a hobby anymore, but let's make this maybe a full-time job, maybe an extra great side income that I can go for vacations with, that I can support my kids' team sports. Anything to take it to a level that they would do it anyways, even if it's just for their health, but take it to a level that is sustainable for long periods of time. So yeah, we are passionate about helping them and not just giving them a 2 days workshop, but having them in our circle and lifting them up, giving them opportunities, and really changing their lives so they can change their clients' lives.
I think this is one of the best changes that our users and instructors felt with FitBoots, is that the elevation of education, and also the support that comes after the course of instructor, no? Because before was 2 days of course. This is how you can teach a class and bye bye. Now we have all the science behind the exercises, and they know and they understand the reason why all the movements should be done like the way should be done, but also the support on the other side with mentoring for building a business and how to make money, because we have fun but we need to eat as well, no? So
Yeah.
of course, so having all this support from all the parts give them like not freedom but boost and security, that
Confidence too. Being able to
confidence
see
that they
other
are
people
on.
are making it work for
Exactly.
them, learning from their strategies as well.
Exactly.
So yeah,
Maribel, I think
huge
you had
support.
Yeah, it's very important to point it about the education and the support as a community is we don't want just that you have students or clients that they come and they are like, oh, this looks fun, and they try it for a few classes. With all of these things, all those keys, we want you to retain clients. So that is our main goal. We have students that they have been coming and do our classes for years and years and years, and they don't feel, oh my God, she's teaching the same thing or he's teaching the same thing. They always find it's like it's a challenge, it's good to make them feel good. And what we want with all of these tools is to maintain the clients in a long term, not a short term. So that is why the education is very important. That is why the community, the continue education with them and go step by step. We have 2 days training, but that is just the beginning. We have more that we have to go to the process, and we are together. We hold our hands and we help each other because we want to see them succeed for the future.
Well, I definitely want to move into the community side, but you look like you were on the verge of making a point.
We have talked so much about FitBoots being fun. So FitBoots being fun is the biggest drive, because if you don't enjoy what you do, you're not going to stick with it. But the whole world should know about the tremendous benefits of rebounding. And there are so many studies that shows that actually rebounding is one of the most efficient way of moving and complete. Even NASA was talking about rebounding, how beneficial it is for their astronauts and just for everyday people. I would point out on the biggest benefit, which is the low impact. So with FitBoots, you actually reduce 80% of the impact from your knees, from your back, from your all of your joints. This is one of the tools on the whole world that does it, right? We talked about swimming and
Athletics in general.
yes, and we talked about trampoline as well, how it reduces the impact. But FitBoots proven to be reducing the impact by 80% from your joints. Also, because the weight of the boots, they are about 4 pounds on each leg, which is like about 2 kilos. So you imagine doing all these cardio exercises with the extra weight on your leg. So it truly adds to your calorie burn. You're also using force to compress the boots, which will give you the energy back. So you're actually working against gravity. So you have to put more energy into your workout than in regular workout. So we burn about 25% more calories, up to 1,000 calories in an hour, depending on the individual's body weight, how hard they exercise, how many breaks they take. But up to 1,000 calories you can burn in an hour of intense class. Also, because the boots, FitBoots, are not flat, they are oval shape on the bottom. So it forces you to engage your core. So it is like an hour of core workout without doing any sit-ups or crunches. Also, it helps you with your posture because you're not standing on flat surface. Your body has to adjust the posture unconsciously in order to keep your balance. So the more you do this type of workouts, the more you will carry this beautiful posture for the rest of the day. And how important it is nowadays, mostly when we have most of us sitting jobs. Also, it tremendously increases your endurance. When you first start, we only recommend doing about 5-10 minutes of continuous exercise, which is more than enough at the beginning because it really increases your heart rate. Now, after a few weeks, you will realize that, oh, wow, I can easily walk up on the stairs. I can play better soccer with my children. I can run after the bus to catch it.
Mm-hmm.
So it is not just important for your rebound activity, but it's important for everyday life that your endurance increases. Also, some people say, you know what, I'm not coordinated enough to do this. But actually, it improves your coordination. So the online classes that we have or the group fitness classes that you can visit our instructors, it focuses a lot on coordination. So it definitely helps with coordination as well. Also, another important point I wanted to point out is that sometimes people say, oh, it's just for young people. It is not just for young people, because actually the baby boomers, so the 50 plus, 55 plus, is what that generation needs it even more, because rebounding is proven to help with bone density. It's the best activity, it's the best movement to help to increase your bone density. Also, balance. 55 plus tends to lose their balance. And how can you improve balance? The best way to improve, and actually the only way to improve, is by practicing. So Bosu ball is a perfect way to improve balance, but FitBoots also, because they are not flat.
And something that I'm curious about in regards to the education from what you're describing is it not just teaches us about how these concepts relate to the boots, but it also just understanding these concepts on a more fundamental level. So is part of the education just to teach people about impact, or just to teach people about recovery or about cardio as well, and then it's related to it?
We are teaching instructors everything related with the movement, and of course everything related with the boots. So like the science behind the biomechanic, the physiology of the body, uses of pit boots, and how to work with a not stable surface, all the benefits that actual activity has and the fit boots has. So it's not only about teaching how to make a 50 minutes class, it's to really understand the reason behind every movement, the reason behind the biomechanic of the body that not many people understand. So we are trying to teach them everything to make sense in their head, and then they can really focusing on the health of the people. And Dorina said about all the benefits, and FitBoots has another main benefit. Okay, so when you are working out, you are thinking about your exterior beauty, right? Like everybody. But rebounding has a very, very important benefit, that it's working not only the outside muscles, but only the inside muscles, the muscles that you don't see it, but they are very important, the internal organs. So it's like a very complete workout. And one very important benefit is the lymphatic system, that not everybody talks about it. We know about the cardiovascular system, but we don't know about the lymphatic system and all the benefits that comes with the good work of the lymphatic system. So we are teaching the instructors all this in order to have all the tools, all the knowledge to help any kind of user that can come to your classes, because we are all different. We all have different needs, different goals, but with FitBoots and with the right use, you can reach everybody. And for that reason, we developed, and we are still developing other programs. We have different programs that are meant to reach every expectation of people. So if you like music, we have different types of programs that we work with music. If you like stronger kind of workouts, and now Everybody is crazy about HIIT workout, everybody HIIT workout. We develop a program that reach this kind of expectation of people, and they can really feel that they work, and not only their cardiovascular system but also their strength.
Would you talk about the different programs that FitBoots offers?
So from the educational point of view, FitBoots has more programs. The first program that every instructor should do is the foundational program that teach you everything about rebounding and what it means, and also the foundation of movement, how the body should move from biomechanical point of view. But then we go into continuing education, and we have a Ultimate Fit Dance program that it's about fusion and flowing and all the movement that connects in a very easy way. And it's a lower impact program. We have a very explosive program, which is called Ultimate Fit Urban. And it's high intensity program, still choreographed, but with high movement. We have for people that they like combat and fighting and this kind of kicking, punching movement, we have Ultimate Fit Combat. We have the program that I was talking, Ultimate Fit Tabata. So this is not based on music, because not everybody has the rhythm, not everybody likes to work on music. So this program is based on time working, and strength and cardio together makes it like a very, very efficient program. We are developing other programs for kids and track by track and using accessories. So we are continuing developing our education.
Comprehensive. Yeah. Dorina, I was going through one of the blog posts online about the benefits in it, and I kept thinking to myself, well, that's great. I guess that's the end of the article. Oh my gosh, there was more. And it just kept going and going and going and going. So we could probably do a whole other a few hours just talking about the benefits, but I believe there are some key ones you want to make sure that we cover for today. So what are those?
We have mentioned a lot of benefits which were related to the body, to the health, to the well-being of the body, but we haven't talked about the benefits of rebounding for the mental health. So many of our clients come to class and say, you know what, I didn't want to miss the class because this is my me time. This is where I switch off, and this is where I get rid of all my problems for that hour. And it's truly, nowadays, mostly, so many of us need that happiness, need that endorphins. And physical activity, and mostly again, scientific studies show that rebounding specifically increases the endorphin hormones, which are the happiness hormones in the brain. So of course, that's why we feel so happy during class and after class. Also, we can do different type of trainings on FitBoots, but what we really like to do, what is really beneficial, and you can read a lot about this as well, is HIIT training. HIIT, high intensity interval training. And what it does to your body is that it turns your body into a calorie burning machine for 24 hours after your workout. Not just for the period of time when you do your actual activity, but 24 hours after your workout, you keep burning calories in an extra way than on your days when you're not doing HIIT. So you can easily do that on your own. We have HIIT classes on our online platform that are actually very easy to follow because they're not choreographed. Also, a huge benefit that is actually mostly related to ladies is that no matter the size, the weight of us women, cellulite is a big factor that comes to our life. And I look at my daughter, and she's so pure. She eats quite a bit of sugar and still doesn't have this. So we women over 18, we tend to have cellulite in our body. And cellulite is what it is. It's fat cells with toxins in them. Rebounding, so jumping on FitBoots, actually helps you to get rid of this toxin. And that is why because it's connected to your lymphatic system. Rebounding speeds up your lymphatic system. So lymphatic system is what gets rid of the toxins. It's like your waste removal system of your body. And your body, your blood is lucky because it has the pump to get this liquid in circulation. But you have 5 times more lymphatic fluid in your body than blood. And it doesn't have a pump. So it relies on your own movements. And rebounding is what helps you with that. So we have a lot of ladies who come to the class. My cellulite starts to disappear. And you might not know because guys don't know about this. But
No, I do not know. I only heard about the word cellulite because I did go see the Barbie movie with my fiance, and there's one point where she's turning into a human, and she goes, "What is this?" It's cellulite. I'm like, okay, that's the first I've heard of that word.
and the word cellulite is our enemy. So FitBoots definitely helps you with that as well. It speeds up your metabolism. And probably most of us read about, okay, so how do I speed up my metabolism? Actually, you do speed it up with rebounding and high intensity interval training. So I could be talking about the benefits of rebounding for hours and hours. But these are the main points why everybody should give a try to rebounding. And we make it very easy because we have a 30 days refund policy on our boots as well. So take my word for it, but don't take my word for it because you can experience on your own. You have 30 days. If they are not meant for you, you can return them. We refund you the whole amount. But I can almost guarantee that they will be life changer for you as well as for 10,000 plus customers that we have served over the years.
There's quite a large community at work here, not just the users, but all the educators who are joining ranks, and the fact that this is a global movement. So it's a lot to manage there. So Maribel, what I wanted to hear from you is how are you able to bring the community together at such a large scale? I mean, I know you've mentioned that there are some events that are both organized that help give people a chance to kind of meet and connect in person. I assume there's also virtual events too that people can connect over different parts of the world. So I'm really interested to hear what exactly goes into keeping people connected when they're so far away from each other.
Yeah, one of the main keys is the education. The education is what connects us to in a different level that we discover more in a different way and bring the community closer and moving forward, right? Because we know what we are doing. It's difficult to keep a community together because, we have different mentalities, different size. Maybe your education background is very different, the language, but we are so inclusive. We are so inclusive as a community. So when we have, for example, an event, you have people coming all around the world, right? Sometimes just they don't speak the language or they just don't speak English. And we find the body language is the main thing because it's the love that you can communicate with someone is very, very powerful, and that makes you be all inclusive, right? It's one of the main points. And be able to have something like this that is strong, and especially when we have these events, we have so many opportunities to know each other in a different level. We are humans, so it doesn't matter if you're a master trainer, it doesn't matter if you are instructor, it doesn't matter if you are just a participant who you are walking for the first time. It's amazing that we look each other as equal people. We have the same love. We share a glass of wine, of water, whatever that makes you feel comfortable, and is what makes a community. We need, as a humans, we need to have that level of communication. We weren't made to be isolated, right? So be able to have these events and have the opportunity to bring the community, as Dorina mentioned, not just online. Online is a very wonderful tool that brings us and we know more each other, but be able to feel each other, be able to see to each other, and maybe we don't speak the language, or maybe your body shape is different. I find that a lot of them, they come to these events not just to have the community, but they are dealing with mental health. They are dealing with that they don't accept how they look. They are dealing with a lot of things behind that you don't see in a human. And be able to have the community this close, including in the events and moving forward, is something just so wonderful.
When I hearing this, it makes me want to perhaps hear about a particular case study or a particular story of a person that maybe resonates with you. So think we can go around the table, and if anybody comes to mind that you just want to talk about how that person inspired what you do.
As we mentioned before, we came from different background. We came from another company that actually all of us was working together with. And again, we are very thankful for those experiences and for the past that we spent together. In that community, we feel that it started to go down. Like, it was an amazing community with lots of events. Every year we got together, we fed from those events, and those events disappeared from, now it's our competitor, we can say. Those events disappeared, and we felt that the connection, and we felt that the sparkle of our community was lost. So we know people from the industry from before, and when we created FitBoots, many of them decided to join forces with us and came over to be in our FitBoots team. And there are individuals, I don't want to name, that there are individuals who has lost that sparkle, who lost that passion, maybe because experiences, maybe because too much time passed, and they were inactive. They got out of the industry, and when we came with this fresh new energy and idea that we are putting into it, they came over and they said, Dorina, you sparkled up something in me that has long gone. Thank you so much for bringing back what my big why was. I got my why back. And they have been coming to our events. They have been a very big part of our community. And when somebody's eyes are sparkling from happiness, from passion, that's what I see in them, that it came back. And for me, that's the most beautiful feeling.
Yeah, I mean, Dorina said quite everything, but it's going back to the benefits. For example, one thing that we saw in because we travel so much, so we go in every country that we have the FitBoots on, and one of the main benefits that FitBoots has, and it's not written in the books, is that helps people with depression. So in every country that I found somebody that told me I was suffering of depression, which is a big thing nowadays. And with the use of FitBoots, I got rid of it. And another thing that makes us know that we are on the right path is what Dorina mentioned before, with the sparkle in the eyes of people, and also people saying, now I understand why this movement should be like this, why this class should be like this, and all the reason behind the movements we are doing. So this makes us aware of being on the right track.
In my case, situations that maybe they want to keep it
I understand.
secret, and I'm very private person in that area. I respect people's pain. I help them to go through. I'm not psychology, but I feel in the community you learn a lot, and that helps you to grow as individual, makes me a better version of myself. And I think what is one of the main things is people come to the festivals, come to the events, take the courses too, and just for example, the participants, you just make the day. They really feel like, thank you, because you guys are giving a reason for keep moving forward. I didn't have nothing left. I lost this, or I'm dealing with this, and I didn't find the door. And you just give me the door. You went and unlocked the door. You are telling me that is light on the other side, that is the grass is green. It's very, very nice to know that the community helps you, not just as a group, as individual, to be a better version of yourself. So that is why I cannot speak for a specific case, because I will be missing all of them, because they are the ones who make FitBoots. What is our beautiful community, and it doesn't matter what position you have, all of us, we are pushing together, and that is the most beautiful part of this.
Well, the answers that I've been getting, they seem to be patterns that a lot of the people who have come to you have said. It's not just one person that said that they were able to get over their depression, or at least make progress on their depression. It was multiple people in multiple countries, in multiple cultures. You know, these things are unifiers. It's kind of an interesting, I don't want to say it's sad, but it is an important point to observe how depression and these mental illnesses, they crop up maybe in different ways in different cultures, but they still crop up in different cultures. And yet here's one option that has been able to expand and be flexible and address people where they're at in different ways.
I would love to take an opportunity to announce something big. FitBoots website is getting a big makeover, a big facelift. We are launching a beautiful, professional, user-friendly platform where you can find anything you need to know about rebounding, the benefits. We have scientific studies that proves this. We have information about our products in detail. We have information about our community, our events. So make sure that you check out our brand new website to find out more about us as well.
So, Maribel, my last question on my mind in regards to community and culture is what opportunities are perhaps available to expand or grow the community? Is it you're looking for certain countries that you're trying to get into, or are there certain events that you're thinking about coordinating? Or so what are the next big steps that you're thinking the community can take together?
Well, I think the biggest step is, as we are pretty much infecting everyone we love, we want to be everywhere in each house. For us, we don't have a focus point and a specific. We just want is to share with them what we have, and I think that is the best way to attract, because we do in a very organic way, right? So when you are thinking about, oh, I want to do this in this way, you are planning something, I think you are missing the most important, the mission of FitBoots. FitBoots does this because they want to have that triangle, mind, body, and soul. And this is why we let the people who experience the FitBoots boots in the community to be the ones who recommend us. So I would say most of the times, or all the times, Dorina can confirm that, the reason why we already are in other countries is because people speak about the love. And I can tell you that from firsthand, because today I just have well, not phone call, was more like a voice message about, oh my God, I want to be a FitBoots instructor because I see you guys, I see the love that you share is so organic. I never see this before, and this is why I want to be part of the community. So what we do, we are just ourselves. Work on be a better version of ourselves, so people, they can really feel who are those people behind the scenes, right? And behind those videos. And we just want is to allow and open doors to anyone who wants to change their lives, who wants to be a better version of themselves, to join us, because FitBoots is a movement of growing, love, a community that they really support each other. And this is why we don't have a limit. I think we are all the opposite. We unlimit ourselves. That is why we call that freedom is our main thing. And we want anyone who wants to just have a change and try just something different. Life is very short, and because it's short and it's just once, you just get one shot, and you should take this opportunity to make your life better. And this is why we want to invite anyone who is on the process of anything to grow with us. You are more than welcome. We are always, you can text us, you can call us, you can send a message. Anytime, you will always have that welcome team that will always inclusive you with everything that we have.
The process of becoming an instructor with FitBoots is super simple. We make it very easy for everybody. You register on our website. We would want you to have a fitness certification prior to the training to give you that base so we can build a stronger base. You register for our training, which can be virtual, which can be in person. It's a 2 days workshop done at location or on Zoom. As soon as you register, you get access to an online platform where you have to watch some videos about theory, practice, so you get comfortable with our movements. So you already have a base that you build for the time when your actual 2 days training comes. On the 2 days training, we cover all the necessary steps to become a professional, skilled, and confident instructor. Then you have a short exam, a practical exam that you have to send to us, just yourself teaching a 10 minutes video so we can see that you got the basics and you understand the concept and you teach classes on a safe way. After that, we put you into a private group where we have over 700 instructors at this point, where we give you support material, music, and giving you continuing education sessions as well. Your renewal has to happen every 2 years, just like any other fitness program in the industry. And we make sure that we set you for success, even with marketing sessions, with business sessions, because it is just as important to know how to market yourself, how to use social media, what insurance company to use, how many boots to get started with, how to maintain your fit boots. So we set you for that as well. And we make sure that we hold your hand literally during this path from the first step, or I could say from the first bounce, till the time when you're running 30, 40, 50 people classes. Get more information by checking our website, where we give you everything that you need to make this decision.
This question just for me just came out of the blue, but I'm just curious about it because I follow advancements in AI and virtual reality. So I was briefly thinking about what it would be like to strap on the FitBoots and then put on a virtual reality headset and see if there's any way to integrate the two. I'm just wondering, has that been on the table at any point, how virtual reality might be somewhat helpful or beneficial?
I'm taking notes.
Yeah. Well, virtual reality for the time being, the headsets are a little like, so we have to give it time before it's a little bit more sleek. But I think I can see some correlation there. I just want to say this has been not only interesting and fun for me, but it's taught me a couple of things about some core parts about exercise that I can use as takeaways, such as the importance of impact, such as the importance of cardio and of movement, and how much a lot of what our body needs from us is to be able to move in certain ways. For instance, what you were saying about the lymphatic system, and that doesn't self-pump. And so the importance of movement is something that honestly I didn't know about. I thought the lymphatic system just kind of takes care of itself, but no, it really requires us to pull our weight and pump it on its behalf. So that's just one example of something that I learned from today's conversation. But my question, that is an open table question, is where do we see Rebound Fitness going in the next 5 years?
We have a big vision. We have big goals. And we truly want Rebounding to be accessible and known to everybody all around the world, because we believe that this exercise is top level exercise. With all the benefits it has, truly everybody from age 6 to 90 should be doing. So now over 50 countries, we are aiming for, how many countries are on the world? That's
I
exactly
don't.
that's exactly the number, baby.
282. I don't know. First time it came to my mind. I don't know how close I was.
We will need to do some geographic
Yeah.
research, not just scientific research. But jokes aside, we truly want everybody to know about rebounding, and because FitBoots is so versatile that you can do it on your own, you can do it as a family activity, you can use it for your weight loss journey, you can use it for running, you can use it for after injuries for recovery. You can do it just for pure fun. We do it in schools for elementary age students. We go for high schools, seniors activities. It's truly for everybody except pregnant women.
From the educational point of view, we want that we already set up the high standard of education. So it doesn't matter where you are taking a course, you get the same high education in every corner of the world. We want to bring as many programs as we can so we can target all kinds of users and also make it an even more complete workout. And yeah, as Dorina said, we want to be in every home in this world.
I think one of the things we need to remember is you have a mini gym, right? So you don't have to like invest in the whole equipment. And you can do like so many things, including with elastic bands. We have the how it's called,
Wristbands.
wristbands, and we keep improving and bringing more and more and more, included with the education part. So it's a big opportunity. Like I have been bouncing since 2011, and I can do so many things. I just grab my boots, I just grab my elastic bands. I just, it's so easy to travel anywhere around the world. So if you are thinking about that too, it's a very easy tool that you can go and fly with no issues. And it's the vision is that to keep a very healthy community with healthy people around the world that you can do anywhere that you go. If you travel, you're on vacation close to the beach, you can exercise having that wonderful view without feeling that you have to in a specific room. So this is the wonderful about having this. Our vision is that everyone can have access to have those boots and added with dumbbells, other tools to make a full body workout and appealing of what you like to do too. So this is the freedom that you have. You can, if you love dance, you can do a lot of dance. If you are more like circuit, you can do different things. So this is our vision, is to help people to achieve their fitness goal and mental too, because as soon you put on the boots, you feel happy. So if your view is there beside to the beach, well, you are just extremely happy. So mind, body, and soul is the biggest connection, and our vision is to have fit boots like forever.
As the CEO of FitBoots, I have a personal vision, a personal mission, and is to unite the rebound industry. And rebound industry might be a small portion of the people today, but there is so much division on the world, religion, politics. We have enough of that. So my deep desire is to unite the rebound industry. And also in our industry, there are different brands, different visions. And let's bring that together. Let's share. Let's understand that we are sharing the same passion, the passion of rebounding. Why to be divided? Because some of us prefers a brand over another brand. Let's just bring that together and let's be all friends. Let's connect. Let's share the same passion.
So in addition to the rebound industry, I take it that your goals are also extending to the fitness industry altogether. Do you have a vision for what kind of change you would love to see the whole industry as big as it is, and what change you feel you can make to it?
You know those signs in parks that no rollerblades allowed?
You want to see no
Exactly.
rebounding?
No,
Yeah.
no fit boots
Yeah.
allowed in cemeteries, for example.
You're
Because
right.
then I know that we have put rebounding on the map of fitness industry completely.
I was thinking about The Lion King, the theater show, and I admittedly I haven't seen it, But I do know that actors, they have to portray all sorts of creatures. There's people that have the giant giraffe heads. There's people that are being monkeys. And I thought to myself, I wonder if like something along the lines of this technology can help them achieve certain characters. Maybe not even the Lion King seems to know what it's doing, but I was wondering, has there ever been thoughts about how it could be applied into theater or even into professional settings where it might be able to improve certain workplace roles or tasks?
You are 6 inches taller when you're wearing this. So
True.
I'm
Yeah.
going to be honest with you. Sometimes I do my cleaning in the house in my FitBoots because I just reach easier. It makes it more fun. I love music. I love dancing in my kitchen while I'm doing my home chores. And FitBoots is a very good tool going back to the fitness industry, but a FitBoots is a perfect tool for athletes to train. We mentioned that it's so fun, and majority of our clients actually don't enjoy exercise. So finally, they find something that they like to do. But FitBoots is incredible to train athletes as well. So as off-season athletes, when their job is to increase their endurance. An athlete would do anything and would put all her effort or all his effort into not getting injured. And with training it with our boots in high intensity, more time than regularly you could because of the joint protection and the low impact, these athletes can actually train more efficient with less chances of getting injured. So I don't know much about theater, but I can definitely talk about it as more just a part of the class settings.
Sure. I would just be encouraging for people who are seeing this for the first time and just thinking about how it might apply to what they're doing. And, the sky's the limit in this case. So with that, I think for people who are interested in learning more and they maybe want to get started even today when they see this. So when this video is up, the website will have its revision or its new version of it. So it's as good as a time as any for people to get in. Facelift, exactly. That's what yeah. So the website will have its facelift, and so it will be as good a time as any for people to climb on board. So what are the first steps that people can take if they want to join up?
If you're interested about a service or product or a company or a person, what we do nowadays is we go to social media. So we have a very professional, very modern website, very user-friendly. To find us more and our daily activities, our different communities all over the world, our events, our Instagram is very up to date. You can find all the information you need about FitBoots, about our mission, about our community. We are present on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Wherever we need to be, we are there. But we truly believe in the personal connection. Our phone lines are connected to my cell phone. So Dorina picks up the phone when you call. I give you personalized information with my over 15 years of experience. And I message you back as well. We have a team who customer support is our big, big thing. I believe that you can buy any product on eBay, Alibaba, anywhere. But what makes a product, a company outstanding is the care behind from every single one of our team. So every time a real person will message you or answer you or give you information.
Yeah, I've talked to a few AI chatbots in customer service, and I can tell you my patience with that is razor thin. So we definitely appreciate that. So with that, I just wanted to go around the table one more time if anybody has any final parting words that they want to share before we close out for the day. So I will start with you, Christina. Any final words?
Yeah, I would say that we missed something, no? Like everybody when decided to exercise is thinking about a specific goal for that specific moment, like losing weight or recovery after an injury or just starting working out. But the main goal is to be able to function alone without the need of any other help until a longer age, right? Because we all want to be able to function and to do things as long as we can. So with FitBoots, this can be a very reachable goal because we go for balance, for coordination, things that doesn't go with any kind of exercises. So that's why we have users of 72, 82, and so on, because helps you to function in a better way for a longer period of time, together with the very close and reachable goals.
Amazing. People, what about you?
Yes, I think one thing I forgot to mention too is we have clients or students that they are missing a leg, right, or missing the two legs, and they use these boots as really a nice way to be able to have those movements, right? It's very hard for them, especially not having their legs. I remember pretty clear, we have someone who one of his legs is longer than the other one. And he saw the boot, is like, oh, this will be amazing. So he tried it, and that is exactly what he was using. His regular shoe and the other leg that was shorter, using the Rebound boots. So it's amazing, and the benefits and the things that you can have if you would, like, you're having that lower body, not just a previous injury, but if you are missing a limb like that, that can help you too. So for the closing, well, I think we already talked about all of what we really would like to say it. One more time back, is mind, body, and soul is the main thing about having that triangle to really grow, and it's our focus point for growing this, and it's something that we want to live, not just in 5 years. Is we would like to pass to the next generation. I see in that way. I want the next generation, they start doing this in an early age. We have younger kids doing this, that they love it. We would like to pass not just something, the love and passion that we have, but we would like, after we are all gone, at one point we are going to be gone, the next generations, they enjoy what we are doing, and they have the same love and passion. And the most important, that they feel better about themselves, and have that love as a community, because this world needs a lot of love. And I think we can bring what we have in one way to help them to have for the next generations.
I love that. Love that. Fitness, generally speaking, is an investment in yourself. FitBoots is the premium Rebound boots brand on the market. And I want everybody to look at it as not an expense, but as an investment in themselves. So for this reason, at FitBoots, we developed a system that you can try them, because we believe that they will be life changer for you. And if not, and at FitBoots, we don't want you to get stuck with something that you don't love. So for this reason, we introduced the 30 days refund policy, which means you try them as much as you can, as much as you want, for 30 days. And if they are not for you for any reason, we refund your whole money. Try them today. There is nothing to lose. Maybe some unwanted pounds, but that's it. Feel free to message us, to contact us. We are happy to help you to find the right size, the right weight limit for you, for your personal use.
Well, if there's anything that I can say to close this off from my point of view, is that I would recommend, at the very least, go onto the website and do some learning. There's information that, like I mentioned earlier, that I can take away that can reshape how I think about fitness and my own priorities. And so I don't think there's anything to lose just going onto the website, at the very least, and understanding just the importance and the potential of Rebound as a fitness goal, as a fitness movement, as a fitness lifestyle. So that's just one thing that I wanted to thank the three of you for, helping me to understand a little bit better today.
It might be a life changer for you as well as for us and other 10,000 plus customers.